Ruto, aibisha shetani. Aibisha shetani yake. Ulikuwa unajificha nyuma ya court case, unasema kuna kesi kotini. Sasa haipo sasa. Aibisha shetani. Appoint them. The ball is in your court. This chance will either quicken the disrespect that is already existing or maybe lower it a little bit. Yeah. Mimi nitakwambia tu kweli. Haya mambo ya kupakana mafuta kwenye mgongo wa chupa eti appoint Iebc. Kiingereza ni ngumu. Did I even say that right? Whatever. Iebc, we want it. We want it.
Good news. The court has thrown away the case that was hindering the formation of Iebc selection panel. Now they are ready to do their work, and the president is supposed to appoint that commission as quickly as possible. This goes a long way in showing you the power that the social media and the Kenyan people have in terms of determining their future and their political decisions. Because there is no way Iebc can stay until April without being formed, because that will beat the Kriegler report on the recommendation of 2 years at least before the general election. Now, this is a good and a positive direction. We hope that Ruto will not pay other people to come and put another case so that we continue in an unending cycle of cases and courts and so on and so forth. Go ahead, guys. Keep on demanding the formation of the Iebc. The panel formation is not enough. We need to put pressure on that panel once it is formulated to put together the commission of the Iebc. Pressure works. Your voice matters. What you say here matters. The more you talk about it, it matters because there are people who are listening. And thank you for everyone who has been talking about this.
Now that, as we have said before, Azimio had nothing to do with it, and we are not here to talk about Azimio because a lot has been happening within Azimio itself. But for purposes of reconstitution of the Iebc selection panel, it was the Kenya Kwanza coalition side and the Azimio side and others, the faith-based organizations and others. So now we demand that President William Ruto moves with speed to now put in place the 9-person selection panel for the Iebc, leading, of course, into the formation and reconstitution of the Iebc. There can be no other pretense. Others, as I said, were blaming us, and this was not an application in Kiambu. This was a state-sponsored application, and we are happy they have ordered, or whatever it is, a judge in Kiambu. We don't want to criticize that ruling. But now, the other matter in the Court of Appeal by Mr. Augustine Muli can't continue because there are no orders. There are no orders in that matter before the Court of Appeal. The orders were only out of the Kiambu court. Therefore, this is a second opportunity, and I spoke about this last time when my good friend Weta, he still remains my very good friend, by the way, in spite of the talks I've had out there in the West. So this is a time for him to forward the names. As chairperson of the Parliamentary Service Commission, I think it is the Senate, or is it the Senate clerk who is supposed to forward these names forthwith to the President, and the President should immediately put in place the Iebc selection panel. On Monday, we hope to come up with a very clear statement on what's going on in the meantime, within the Iebc Secretariat itself. There are terrible things going on there, like procurement, and they're testing the ground. We gather there's somebody, a former commissioner, sitting as an advisor in State House, who is giving instructions to the Iebc Secretariat. The country is watching, and they are testing waters. If we allow them to go on with the procurement, the next thing they want to do is even procure election materials for 2027, print them in excess of the numbers that will be there, in order to further compromise the integrity of the election process. We also know that they have actually removed the server from IBC to some other destination. Well, that is not our business now, because our main principles do not seem interested. Tume ya uchaguzi ama selection panel ambayo itajihusisha sa na swala la uundaji upya kamati ama tume ya uchaguzi wa Kenya. Kazi hiyo ina umuhimu kabisa, na sasa hakuna takshishi, hakuna pingamizi, unless of course KK wanarudia tena na kuanzisha mambo mengine ambayo hatuwezi tukaelewa. But we have been vindicated. We have nothing to do with the delay. We have had nothing to do with this delay. And now we are urging, we are demanding. Remember, we said by March, if there's no movement towards the putting in place a new IEBC, we would get to the streets. There are those who think the Gen Zs have not been demonstrating. But you all know they are in the space. There are now demonstrations online, and Kenya can never be the same again. So that will be those are my remarks. My colleagues here will make further comments. I think we start with JN, and then our brother will complete, because he has visitors in his backyard. Thank you.
The courts have cleared the highway for IEBC to take shape and to take form. So Kasongo hana reason sasa ya kutoform hiyo IEBC. And I'm beseeching you, my brothers and sisters, as soon as it is put in place, we must go for the unthinkable. We must try and do the impossible. Every MP in Mount Kenya mwenye alivote finance bill, alivotia after sisi kusema we don't want it, that has caused a lot of pain and misery in a lot of families with abductions and killings. Every MP that impeached Gachagua, which was unconstitutional, especially hapa in Mount Kenya, we must make use of the IEBC before 2027. We have to impeach them, and then after we destabilize now UDA with the impeachment of Mount Kenya MPs, then we collect signatures to impeach Kasongo. We go for the unthinkable.
We only need 27 WhatsApp groups to recall Kimani Ichung'wah, the rogue majority leader. Niaje wase, the theme of 2025 ni simple: recalling your MP, a continuation theme of the revolutionary spirit of June 25th, 2024. Watu wangu wa Kikuyu, here is the plan. We only need 27 WhatsApp groups, each collecting just 1,000 signatures to recall Ichung'wah from Parliament. And here is how it works. Kikuyu constituency has 88,900 registered voters. The law only requires 30% of registered voters, that's around 27,000 signatures, to initiate a recall. And of the 27,000 signatures, only 8,300 signatures must come from 3 of the 5 wards. That is Muguga ward, Kikuyu ward, and Karai ward, to meet the ward requirement. Watu wangu wa Kikuyu, just imagine 27 groups collecting only 1,000 signatures. That's it. Na Kimani Ichung'wah atakuwa nyumbani asubuhi na mapema. So where next? Which constituency should we spotlight next? Ya Sudi, ya Kamket, au ya Junet? And remember, if you need help organizing this effort, feel free to reach out, because together we must make this happen this year.
My people, President Ruto, tupeleke na mtaratara sasa. Juu si unaona mambo yashakuwa sambamba. Hapa hakuna mambo na ni lile, ni hili, ni lile. La, washafanikisha. Sasa wajibu kwako kufanya nini? Kuappoint the IEBC, of which I think or I wish uifanye kwa uharaka, kwa uzuri na utendeti. Maanake sisi pia kama Wakenya, when it comes to 2027, we need clarity. Are we together? Yeah. Nothing can go on in Kenya without IEBC. Hapa nayo tuambianange ukweli. Yani haiwezi.
The reconstitution of the Independent Boundaries Commission, IEBC, is a matter of the greatest public importance. The debate over IEBC has been prolonged by political machinations of the political class. As a country, we must now put our attention on making sure that the IEBC is not just operational, but it is actually independent. Therefore, beginning February, which is next month, I will be teaming up with a lawyer, PLO Lumumba, in his discussions with the judiciary to ensure that among the talks that are going on within the introspection ordered by Honorable the Chief Justice on the judiciary, that we have at the forefront the reconstitution of the Independent Boundaries and Electoral Commission, the IBC. My name is Tony Gashoka and I'm talking to you point blank.
Guys, mambo yamechemka. So, the High Court has ordered the reconstitution of IEBC, okay? But, sasa swali la Wakenya ni commissioners wagani watakuwa wamewekwa pale? Ni watu ambao wamekuwa corrupt, ambao wamekuwa kisupport regime? Ama ni watu tu watakuwa selected, ama itakuwa ni kama public participation whereby tunapoint watu wenye tunataka watu simamie? So, this is the question that will be running among the minds of Kenyans, ama conversations zenye zitakuwa Kenya for the next few days, ama even weeks, under the reconstitution. Inadepend na how long that takes. So, the report says that hakuna mtu mwenye ni kiwete ama disabled physically atakuwa amebaguliwa, na pia hawatabagua in terms of gender. So, au ma commissioners watakuwa wamechaguliwa in a free and fair selection yenye itakuwa inasimamia IEBC. So, maombi ya Wakenya yamejibiwa, but let's hope haya maombi hayakuji in terms of vibaya. We hope haya maombi yatajibiwa in a positive way, whereby tutapata commissioners ambao wako straightforward na wadanganyi in any way. So, IEBC is being formed, and we are lucky at least hiyo imehappen. So, kelele yetu inaendelea kusaidia. Okay, as Kenyans, mambo yanachemka vizuri, and I thank everyone mwenye amekuwa akiparticipate tukilisha IEBC. Na bado tuko na maswali. Watu watakuja watakuwa corrupt, watu watakuja watakuwa straightforward, na watu watakuwa marafiki za Ruto ambao atajichagulia. So it is messy still, mambo ni mengi.
The High Court today has just cleared an injunction preventing the clerk of the Senate from forwarding the names of the IEBC selection panel to the President for appointment, publication and gazettement. During a court hearing today on 24th January 2025, Justice Dola Chepkwony dismissed claims by Boniface Njogu that the list lacked inclusivity, particularly regarding the addition of persons with disability. Also, the other petition was that the panel didn't meet the gender and regional balance requirements. In addition, he rejected a petition challenging Azimio la Umoja nomination process, noting that the claim that Azimio failed to conduct a competitive and open recruitment exercise was not substantiated. The High Court today has just cleared an injunction preventing the clerk of the Senate from forwarding the names of the IEBC selection panel to the President for appointment, publication and gazettement. During a court hearing today on 24th January 2025, Justice Dola Chepkwony dismissed claims by Boniface Njogu that the list lacked inclusivity, particularly regarding the addition of persons with disability. Also, the other petition was that the panel didn't meet the gender and regional balance requirements. In addition, he rejected a petition challenging Azimio la Umoja nomination process, noting that the claim that that Azimio failed to conduct a competitive and open recruitment exercise was not substantiated, as Azimio was not formally enjoined in the case. The panel will oversee the selection of the new IEBC once approved by the President. Now remember, the panel, as per the IEBC Bill 2024, is supposed to include 9 nominees from 5 bodies, that is Political Parties Liaison Committee, the Interreligious Council, the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya, the Law Society of Kenya, and the Parliamentary Service Commission. Now, itapatiwa a minimum time of 3 months, of which after submitting the list to the President, it will be dissolved. Though, through the approval of both the houses, upper houses, the Senate and the National Assembly, wanaweza ongezewa time. Now, the play was in the court, Injunctions, and that was the play of William. Hiyo ilikuwa mchezo ya William. Now, let us see, hiyo mchezo ingine wataleta wapi. Will they extend the time the selection panel from 3 months probably to 6 to 5 or what, just to delay the IEBC?
Okay, since I wanted to talk about IEBC and start off by saying the last credible elections that were held in this country were the 2002 general elections. Those are the last credible elections that happened in this country we call Kenya. Okay? The reason I've decided to talk about IEBC is because I see a lot of, even online, I can see a lot of people are really changing tone and starting to talk about guys should go out, you get your IDs, get your votes, and it's like a psyop to make people think like that will be an end to the misery that is in this country. But what we even know for sure is Jambazi isn't even making it to 2027. Hizo ni ndoto. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the last general elections, which were the 2022 ones, okay? So you people need to listen and understand. Jambazi did not credibly win the 2022 general elections. So what happened? The US government or the West realized that the country was in a bad place financially, and Jambazi presented himself as the messiah, or the messiah that's going to take this country from being a feudal state and bringing in ushering in the Second Republic. That was his symbolism. That was his symbol when he was saying, oh, mama mboga, boda boda, anga bottom up, all that rubbish. That was what they were trying to say. And people were very optimistic because, quote unquote, for lack of a better words, Kenyans were tired of dynasty. That's why the US could not back Raila. So the West's chosen puppet became William Kipchirchir Ruto. And that's why Akina Mudavadi and Akina Weta jumped ship last minute. If you people remember at the run up to 2022, Akina, especially Weta, was really shaky. No, I'm not going to support him, but eventually he did. The reason for this is because Jambazi had literally told them that the West was going to install him as the puppet, okay? They'd bribe whoever they need to bribe, they'd kill whoever they need to kill, but they'd ensure that Jambazi gets to State House. How did they do this? If people know how ABC works, they're usually these returning officers and polling station officers and all that. Those people who are aware know that if you're like in a presidential race, you need to have party officials or party representatives at every polling station to verify the results, okay? Anyone who knows that Raila didn't have the financial capability to pay all these people, okay? So the places or the polling stations that had a swing vote or that they were not sure of, Jambazi was either going to literally bribe them or compromise those returning officers. People need to understand by there as a starting point, all these IEBC officials and returning officers are usually all compromised. We need to start from that point. So if there's no one to verify Raila's vote counts, ama wherever he has a stronghold, ama where he'd get a swing vote, the election is already not credible. Okay, so that's how they stole the election. I really want to drive this point home. Okay, all these returning officers and all these polling station IEBC officials were all compromised. Okay, and it was from down there up to the apex. Chebukati was paid around 4 million USD. Okay, that is over 500 million shillings, and also the other commissioners were also paid off, and it was the US embassy that orchestrated this. Okay, people need to understand. So every time you see those people online starting to tell you about sijui go take your vote, sijui go sijui what, I need to make Kenyans understand this. Even if 99% of voters voted out Jambazi, he is not going to leave office. People need to understand this, and I'm trying to show you that even that IEBC you people keep talking about became compromised a long time ago. There is absolutely nothing that you're gonna get from the ballot.
Mimi kama ningeambiwa nitakuwa around mpaka 2040, sijui ningekaa namna gani. Unaona vile nahangaika na hii ya kusukuma hii yetu. Ukipata 5 years una sweat, ukiongezewa 5 unasema wacha itoshe, wacha mimi niende nyumbani. Heri hiyo yako unaweza kusukuma popote mpaka 2040. Hii yetu hii ni ngumu. Hata hawa waheshimiwa wanajua hii yetu iko tabu.
Kwanza mimi ikifika 2027 naiba mpaka kura ya madhangu na budangu. Sitaki warudi tu huko tena. Sima youth church anuka. Madha zetu bado Ruto unaenda home na 13 parliament tunaivunja. Wende home wote tuanze fresh.
I'm nervous. I'm terrified more than usual. Well, this thing is going to be televised, so I'd like to say this first. If you ever see me getting beaten up by the police, or if you see me getting beaten up by anybody, put the video camera down and help me.
And we are not alone. There's a new force of nature at hand, stirring all over the world. They are the young people whom, frankly, we have failed, who are angry, who are organized, who are capable of making a difference. They are a moral army. And the most important thing that we can do for them is to get the hell out of their way.
I'm inside. Niko ndani. Na tunamalizana na nyinyi. Tunamalizana na nyinyi. Mmetutesa sana. Today is today. You must hear our cry. Sisi ni sisi. Mtatusikiza. Hii ni bunge yetu. Sisi tumewafanya mko hapa. This is our parliament. You must hear us. Kama hamna masikio, tutawafanya msikie.
No one is going to tell me what to do at what time. I'm in charge. So please put that proposal on the table and then let's discuss it. And if they need a right, you can't say because there is a rule here. We work according to the rule.
President, nataka kuambia uko na miaka 2 katika ofisi. Na wananchi hawa they will punish you, na hata ukiwa na pesa watakutoa nje.
Idiots who don't want to participate in the affairs of their nation, they think things will just work in and of themselves. Then they are tribalists. And these tribalists, they think that they are only safe with people who are from their tribe. And tribe can mean people from the same culture, same language, or same culture. Then they are citizens. These are individuals who are responsible and know that when you want to be served, you must give those who have the desire and the intellectual capacity to serve you. In many societies, it is only a small percentage of people that can be called citizens, not more than 5%. And if a society wants to grow in the right direction, civic education is what will help the idiot and the tribalist to become a citizen.
Wacheni tu mimi niseme na mapema. Ndio kama kuna list inaandiko mniweke kwa list. I can't wait to reject Finance Bill 2025. I can't wait because I know it will be something absurd. It will be something mental. I can't wait. Mniweke kwa list jameni. List ya reject.
Majenzi mko? Kazi mnafanya kwa mtandao ni mzuri sana. Na tunapongeza nyinyi. Na muendelee. Mtaendelea. Lakini mtandao peke yake haitoshi. Tunataka mjiandikishe kama wapiga kura. Wale watu ambaye watakomboa Kenya hii, wenye kuamua Kenya itaongozwa namna gani, ni hao majenzi wetu mwaka wa 2027. Lakini hamwezi amua Kenya itakaa namna gani kwa simu peke yake. Lazima mchukue vitambulisho, lazima mjiandikishe kama wapiga kura. Siku hiyo ikifika muamuke saa 9, muungane na sisi na wengine, tuende pale kwa debe, tutafute uongozi wa maana ambaye utaheshimu wa Kenya, utaheshimu demokrasia na utakubali kufanyia kila mtu maendeleo. Tumekubaliana majenzi?
Now, why do you want Ruto gone?
We want Ruto gone because he is killing innocent people. He's wanting to pass the Finance Bill 2024. He's putting tax on sanitary products that girls can't even buy. He's can't go to school. He's corrupt. He's taking the money. He needs to go.
Yes.
Out. If you're going to raise anything, start with your hairline.
Nice.
Control, Alt, Delete, Ruto. The drunk did better than you. Drunk did better than you.
Nice.
Mungu nguvu yetu, itoe Ruto Kenya, hata kama angalau na jali. Sisi Kenya tumechoka na Ruto, maisha imekuharibikia, analipisha mpaka sodo ya wamama. Pure kabisa Ruto. We don't like you, go home. Tutatafuta kiongozi ambaye anapenda mwananchi na anapenda kijana kama
They want to be described as honorable even when they are horrible. They acquire things which they have not worked for. They promise us things that they know they will never deliver. And there is no shortage of such men and women in the African continent.
Now the next election, yes. Unajua hawa ndio watakuwa nasema fagia wote ama mtasema namna gani? This generation, yes, they use their might because they didn't vote. The largest vote in the last election.
You like me, why them a fight me? You like me, chewing a bone, a bite. You like me, chewing a bite. Don't like how I show. We don't trust them even if we bust them. We don't trust them, stay fine, not touch them. We don't trust them, hope their man has sub them. Informer, me say you must them.